Hey guys, this is AppSuck05 here. Today I'm gonna give you a quick video about the Vizio Tablet. This thing runs Android and it's a pretty cheap tablet. It's a cheap alternative. It's, in my opinion, is more for the entry level. Somebody that's maybe getting their first tablet. Uh, I don't know, maybe somebody that hasn't had a lot of experience with the Android system. But it is a nice build quality. It has some cool features and it has some stuff that kind of disappoints you if you have already had experience with other stuff. So quickly we'll get into this box here. 1 second. And sorry about the video quality. Alright, it's just it's an 8-inch tablet, so it's a little bigger than a Galaxy. It kind of feels like a playbook, like the BlackBerry. It's got a front-facing camera. It's got a couple of nice little buttons. Let me set it aside for a second, and we'll use this box here to sit it on. Alright. So, first of all, around the side, we have this one button on top. That's the button to turn it on. On the sides, there's nothing, absolutely nothing. On the other side, we have on the right side, we got the volume rocker. And underneath, we have a little flap for a memory card. You can expand the memory up to 32 gigs. This thing comes with 4 gigs internal memory, but only 2 of them are actually accessible to the user. It's also got the charging port underneath, and it's got a HDMI out. So you go mini HDMI out to your TV or wherever you want to watch your stuff at. I thought that was pretty cool. It also has 2 speakers on the top, and these are really cool because whenever you watch like a YouTube video, for example, and let's go ahead and turn it on. It's got the camera right up here in the center. I know it's hard to see in this with this light. Whenever you see like a YouTube video, for example, and you're watching it in portrait mode, there's 2 speakers on both sides, on the ends up here on the very top. The sound comes out of them, so it's, you know, stereo. And then if you flip it over to landscape mode, a cool feature I found was that this speaker down here stops working, and there's an actual third speaker on this side that activates. So you still get the full effect of the sound, and you don't get all the sound just from one side of the tablet. So that's another cool thing I thought. I'll show you what the menu's like. The unlock screen is, they actually stripped this ROM or this image down like to be something very simple, very simplistic. The lock screen is pretty cool. I thought that was, at least it's original. Let's say that. So you could unlock it from left to right or from right to left, just wherever you want to. And this is really, really, really simple. You see, you got this little drawer, if you will, up top called favorites. You can change that by just tapping on that little triangle icon there, and you can make like a little drawer for games, one for multimedia, one for utilities. And down at the very bottom here, you see you have the back button, home button, and your options. This is like the little Vizio V symbol or whatever. At the underneath this favorites part we're talking about, we have the apps. So you have all your apps here. Your app drawer is actually out here in the very front. It's like on your home page. You don't actually go into any drawer. Everything's sitting right here. And I've already added a couple of things to this tablet, maybe 2 or 3 things. As you can tell, it's not very much. Doesn't come very much on here preloaded. And at the very bottom, you have these tabs. You can change these out, personalize it. You got your browser, market, email, gallery, and music. These are just shortcuts, and usually, as with basically every Android device out there, every phone and tablet, if you hold the icon, you get options with it. On this, in this case, you get the option to add to favorites, so it'll either go to the little drawer on top, or you can add it to the dock. Now, if you choose to add it to the dock, it's gonna tell you to pick which one of these you want to eliminate, which one you want to replace with that one application you want to move down there. And then you have let me see, maybe another cool thing that I found was you have these three buttons down here, and they're actually like invisible. You can't see them at all. It's not like some phones have them actually drawn out, and they're just it's a touch sensitive thing, but they're drawn out and you can actually see them when the phone's turned off. In this case, you can't see them, as you can see there. And once the tablet's on, they light up. And what's cool about it is that they actually turn off, and you got a second set underneath that comes on and serves the same purpose. I thought that was pretty neat, original. Now, in terms of comparing this tablet to other tablets like your Galaxy Tabs, even the iPad or the HP Touchpad, even the Nook color, whenever you root it and you install the full Android market and everything on there, that's where it comes up short at, in my opinion. Now, some people, this might be exactly what they're looking for, because you got the Nook application pre-installed in here. That does come with it. You have the front-facing camera, and as you can see, is a little grainy, but when you take the pictures, it's actually pretty good, and it takes videos. So that's cool. Let me see. Then the other thing is, in my opinion, it's a little slow. As you can see that, the processor is not the fastest. Sometimes it takes a little bit to turn from landscape to portrait, or vice versa. Or if I push the home button, it takes a few seconds. Which compared to everything else, that might have been alright. I don't know, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, or whatever. But compared to everything else in the market right now, that's lagging. They're slacking in that department there. But it is a pretty clean tablet. The guys from Vizio said they just didn't put a back camera on it because they didn't feel like people were actually taking pictures with the back camera on their tablets, so they felt it wasn't needed. They threw the front-facing camera in there. You can video chat with it. So I'm not really sure. I haven't tried like Uwu or Skype or anything, but from what I understand, the box advertises it as you being able to video chat with it. So I'm not sure what apps work with it and which ones don't. You have of course, you got full access to the Android market. You get the HD video with the HDMI out. The front-facing camera we just talked about. It comes preloaded with this remote. I almost forgot, with this remote app. And what this is that it has an IR infrared port on this tablet, and you can control like literally hundreds of TVs, Blu-ray players, DVD players with it. And you can, like right here, it's telling me to get started, and it'll walk you through. You'll pick whatever brand you're looking for, if you know it. If you don't, it'll give you some different options, and you'll go through and find and program this remote to work everything from your volume to the on and off. If you wanted to, if it's just to, excuse me. Anyways, just to control, it controls a bunch of other things too. I mean, amplifiers. Right here you got DVD, Blu-ray, receivers, sound bars, CD, home control, satellite, VCRs, video accessories, cable, and of course the TV, which makes sense being that Vizio makes TVs. So I thought that was a cool application. I'm actually, before Android, I was a Nokia diehard fan, man, and I really missed doing cool little stuff with my infrared port, like on my N95. And anyway, so I thought that was a cool thing. And again, I keep on hitting this home button thinking I'm gonna go somewhere else, but there's nowhere to go. Everything's out here up front, and that's about it. I don't really have anything else to show you on this. You have Netflix comes preloaded on it, and you also have GPS. I forgot to mention that it's GPS for navigation. Of course, you do need to have some kind of. It probably works better if you have some kind of internet access. It works for location-based apps. Um, Again, you can expand the memory and read books on it. You can watch videos on it. The memory, of course, you're gonna have to add something if you plan on using it that way. It comes with Hulu Plus preloaded on it too. I don't know if you can see that, but and that's about it, guys. Man, people have asked me about these guys, and I never knew about it. So here you go. Till next time.